John Archibald Purves drives his giant wheel Dynasphere prototype in 1932. German astronaut Reinhold Ewald works aboard the Mir space station in 1997. A Soviet Moskvich 427 appears at a 1971 Paris exhibition with actress Julie Desmond. A handmade cheeky rooster costume creates a bizarre 1920s Halloween portrait. French cafe owner Clementine Delate became famous internationally for her beard. Mick Jagger talks with Freddie Mercury backstage at Live Aid in 1985. A Texas crowd poses beneath the body of a 16-year-old black lynching victim in 1916. Jacqueline Kennedy shares a White House moment with her children in 1961. What detail catches your eye? Winners of the 1930 International Pageant of Pulchritude pose together. Steve Jobs replies to an autograph request. The letter later sold for $400,000. A vast crater marks the Nevada landscape after a 1967 underground nuclear test. Young men pose in elaborate theatrical costumes during the late 19th century. Prague office workers use unusual elevator desks during the 1930s. Philippine hunters display a huge python captured after reported attacks in 1970. A young festival goer dances freely through Woodstock in 1969. Donald Trump displays a World Championship wrestling belt at Trump Plaza in 1988. Would you have recognized him? Workers carefully dry library books soaked during a 1951 Lansing fire. Press photographers crowd dangerously close to a racing car in London, 1971. Muhammad Ali poses beside an enormous display of his 1974 boxing earnings. An unsettling early Santa portrait explains why some children feared Christmas visits. Actors dressed as Martians surprise police on London's Regent Street during a 1964 publicity stunt. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Franco Columbu, and Joe Weider gather for a 1975 photo shoot. A 1920s swimmer wears a full facial mask designed to block sunlight. Musicians perform for dairy cows during a 1930 experiment on milk production. Do you think the cows noticed? Natalia Oreiro performs an aerial pose during a 2004 television photo shoot. A portrait camera catches a woman in mid-sneeze around 1900. Police carry an overwhelmed Beatles fan from Shea Stadium in 1965. The Twin Towers are photographed exactly 1 year before the September 11th attacks. Santa Monica beachgoers arrange themselves to welcome the year 1931. Prisoners stand at the public pillory outside Delaware's New Castle Courthouse in 1900. Caproni's 9-wing CA-60 flying boat crashed during testing in 1921. A cowboy demonstrates precise rope control during a 1959 lasso performance. Could you perform this trick? Women practice boxing outdoors on London's Hampstead Heath in 1920. Guy Laroche presents a controversial monkey fur coat in Paris around 1970. Pearl Harbor's American base lies damaged after the December 7, 1941 attack. Maori Pioneer Battalion soldiers perform a haka for New Zealand's Prime Minister in 1918. Lyndon Johnson drives his amphibious amphicar across water in April 1965. An aircraft faces a massive experimental wind tunnel during the 1930s. Escape artist Kolar poses handcuffed and shackled before a 1924 performance. Laborers begin carving the Suez Canal through Egypt in 1859. Can you imagine building it by hand? An experimental curved barrel lets an M3 submachine gun fire around corners in 1953. Jane Fonda stretches inside a limousine while playing cards in 1958. William English demonstrates the first practical computer mouse system in 1968. New York teenagers pose as futuristic boys of tomorrow in 1970. Vaudeville performer Lily Flexmore demonstrates her remarkable flexibility in 1905. Pandemic signage warns Americans, wear a mask or face jail. Barack Obama poses with Hawaii friends nicknamed the Choom Gang in 1979. A Colditz prisoner demonstrates the hidden route used in his 1943 escape attempt. Would you have spotted it? Photographer Jay Maisel stands amid his immense Kodachrome slide archive in 1982. Competitors join a 1946 lakes contest stretching from Broadway to Coney Island. Wartime London taxis carry bulky gas cylinders on their roofs in 1940. A soldier demonstrates a curved-barrel M3 submachine gun designed to fire around corners in 1953. A Women's Royal Army Corps member shows comrades her new tattoo in 1940. Philadelphia bar waitresses pose together during a busy shift in 1974. Police detain black children after they entered a segregated area in Alabama, 1963. Carl Ward demonstrates a pedal-powered walking machine designed for sitting in 1971. Would you try this machine? A Kwakwaka Wak shaman performs a ceremonial ritual in 1914. Reich Chancellery employees attend a Christmas gathering in Germany in 1937. A bulky 1920s apparatus combines a camera with hands-free telephone equipment. Sachsenhausen prisoners persecuted as homosexuals were forced to wear pink triangles in 1938. Model Sheris Wilson poses for a striking portrait in Santa Monica in 1936. Men model striped bathing suits in Central Europe around 1910. Workers heat to treat the armored hull of a Swiss Panzer 68 in 1977. Jewish physician Eduard Bloch once treated Hitler's family and later received special protection. Had you heard this story? A circus elephant balances its entire weight on its front legs during the 1920s. A young San Francisco artist draws with chalk beside a busy street in 1938. Finnish strongman Viljami Hautavita holds 2 rifles between his teeth in the 1930s. Australian acting students rehearse expressive poses during a 1940 class. Princeton students regroup after a chaotic campus snowball fight in 1893. A 1963 portrait documents severe facial mutilation in Algeria. Spent artillery casings cover the ground after shelling in Vietnam, 1967. A giant whale jaw forms an unusual Soviet-era roadside monument in 1960. Would you visit this unusual monument? Kodachrome preserves the bright colors of a 1944 beach gathering. Manchurian child refugees sleep against a pig during the 1929 railway conflict. Women take a swimming lesson in a Toronto pool in 1908. A navigation error sends supplies intended for a women's battalion to the wrong drop zone. Caroline Kennedy walks ahead as President Kennedy carries her doll in 1963. Arthur Conan Doyle and his wife ride a tandem tricycle in 1895. Olympic champion Josie Bartel weeps when officials cannot play Luxembourg's anthem in 1952. A family travels together on an ingenious 4-person bicycle in 1939. Would your family ride this? Contestants hide their faces while judges evaluate only their legs in 1951. Bridge workers pause for a smoke high above Auckland in 1950. Jamie Lee Curtis recreates Janet Leigh's famous Psycho shower scene in 2015. Men associated with Birmingham's Peaky Blinders attend a Brighton-Watford match in 1920. Visitors crowd the Statue of Liberty's observation platform during the 1960s. A bank employee stands inside an enormous high-security vault during the 1920s. A comparison shows Chichen Itza in 1892 and after modern restoration. A 19th century trick photograph creates the illusion of juggling severed heads. How do you think it was made? Philips engineer Jup Sinju presents an early compact disc prototype in 1979. Milroy disease caused the severe swelling visible in Fanny Mill's 1860 portrait. Brigitte Bardot faces the camera during a 1959 portrait session. Jean Houston poses after winning Miss Wisconsin in Milwaukee in 1952. An Indonesian man affected by leprosy is photographed in 1984. John Kennedy vacations with Lem Billings and other Kennedy relatives in 1939. Frank Sinatra walks Miami Beach with his entourage and look-alike stunt double in 1967. A French Red Cross dog wears a specially fitted gas mask in 1917. Would this protection have worked? Teenagers scream with excitement during a packed 1960s pop concert. A father and son share a playful moment during the 1910s. A tiny 19th century ring pistol conceals a firing mechanism inside jewelry. Mount Rushmore's early model included far more of each president's body. The captured German submarine SMU-B110 reveals its cramped control room in 1918. Logging trucks haul sections of ancient sequoias through North Bend in 1943. Polaroid chemists tested thousands of reagents before perfecting instant color photography. Victorian women practice boxing drills in formal clothing during the early 1900s. Would you join this lesson? A then and now comparison reveals Hiroshima's transformation since 1945. The robot Barbarossa stands beside its German inventor in 1909. Los Angeles police stop an ostrich-drawn carriage for speeding around 1930. A Los Angeles child casually plays beside small alligators during the 1910s. A roadside sign records remarkably low American gasoline prices during the 1960s. Toronto competitors balance eggs on spoons during a 1909 race. A London shop promises business as usual despite wartime damage. A colorized portrait shows a heavily tattooed circus family around 1965. Which detail stands out most? A swimming instructor demonstrates beside a woman at New York's Midland Beach in 1898. The Agoji, Dahome's elite women warriors, guarded the king and fought in battle. Ava Gardner relaxes on the Singapore film set in 1947. An Italian winemaker crushes grapes beneath her feet in 1957. Marlon Brando pauses between scenes during a 1964 film production. Richard Sargent's 1954 illustration Anger Transference traces frustration through an entire family. Irish straw boys, masked mummers, traditionally appeared at weddings and village celebrations in 1922. Window cleaners work in formal clothes high above a street in 1905. Would you climb this high?